I've got my hands on Fanhome's new Star Trek Starship models. This Star Trek diecast model collection is available to pre-order right now. The first 2 issues are ships from Star Trek Picard. Today we'll look at the Sagan-class USS Stargazer and the USS Titan-A. How do these ships hold up as the first entries into the brand new Star Trek Starships Collection? It was announced in June that the Star Trek Starships Collection would return. Previously, the now defunct model maker Eaglemoss produced the official collection. There's some on my shelves behind me. With their closure, new models of brand new starships like the Sagan were left in doubt. Thankfully, Fanhome has launched their collection. Shipping begins in November 2024, with the first issue being the USS Titan-A. If you'd like some additional information and close-up shots of these models, check out my written review on the Trek Central website. Okay, let's go. Welcome to Trek Central, I'm your host Captain Jack, and let's get into it. Before we warp into this video, if you want to keep up to date on the latest Star Trek news, lore and more, make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from a team here at Trek Central. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Star Trek universe. Very important this week as we've got New York Comic Con. As always, please let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you're talking about Star Trek, we want to hear about it. For example, will you be getting this collection? We discuss the price towards the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Okay, engage. Quick little disclaimer, Fanhome did provide these models for me to take a look at. However, this review is not paid for, nor was I given any directions on what to say or highlight. Literally, I was sent the models and told to enjoy. This is marked as a gifted video as I have been gifted them. Just a transparent disclaimer for you all. Sounds good? Okay. The model of the USS Titan-A is fantastic. It perfectly captures the details of the ship we first encountered in Star Trek Picard Season 3. Lengthwise, it comes in at around 22 centimeters with a width of 10 centimeters. Let's start with a focus on the aft section. As you can see from the pictures and videos on screen, the engine nacelles are captured well. The grills, displayed with the blue parts of the nacelles, are a fantastic addition. Additionally, the nacelles feel sturdy on the model, not flimsy as if they would be able to snap off, so... One design choice I enjoy is the translucent material of the nacelles. Holding the model up to a monoserve like this one, the light reflecting off it it goes through them rather well, it's excellent. It brings the engines kind of like alive in a way. You could easily put a small light on the shelf and have it as the engines are sort of coming online. Compared to models of the previous Hero Collector Starships line, the nacelle Buzzard Collector's material is much higher quality, or at least improved on. Moving to the front, the saucer section of the Titan-A, you can tell this is where the die-cast metal is in the model. It's certainly front heavy, which could be problematic if you hold it, however the stand and baseplate compensate for this. The model stand clips onto the saucer, allowing the secondary hull and nacelles to sit nicely behind. The Titan-A won't be tipping over anytime soon, so you can relax. Speaking of a baseplate, for both of these models, it's very similar to the previous collection. In one way, I'm glad. While different companies make both of the Starships collections, it almost makes them both compatible. I can quickly put my USS Titan-A next to my former Hero Collector Lunar-class USS Titan. You'd think they are from the same collection. This is a decision I very much respect. The Sagan-class USS Stargazer model is perfect. This model perfectly captures the look of the Sagan-class from Star Trek Picard Season 2. The 4 nacelles are displayed perfectly, even if they are near identical to those on the USS Titan-A model. However, that is more just a Star Trek thing than a specific Fanhome detail for the model. I think the model does really highlight some of the nice details on the Sagan-class hull. And oh my, I wish we'd seen more of it in Season 3, I mean, come on. An example of details highlight are the bridge module. There is also the iconic phaser strips on the source section, as well as the countless windows displayed on the hull. Sadly, it does seem like some windows are slightly off in the print work, but then again, with a model this small, you'll only really notice it if you're looking at it close up. For example, I kind of had to lean in real close to actually notice it, and it's only around about here. This isn't a deal breaker for me, so make of that what you will. I will say the weight of the Sagan-class Stargazer model does make it sag slightly in the stand. There's not enough for it to fall off, but I'll just be cautious if you're displaying this one. The resource section is the die-cast metal part, while the nacelles are plastic. As such, this does seem to create a little weight imbalance. It's nothing major, but it is worth mentioning. Something that always makes me happy about collections like this is the information it contains. Owning a Star Trek diecast model of your favourite ship is fantastic, but I would like to learn about the details behind it. Each issue of Fanhome's collection comes with a magazine about the ship. For example, Times magazine confirms details about the Constitution 3 class of starship, like its length and commissioning date. The magazine contains a nice short information piece about the ship from within the Star Trek universe. However, the details you want to enjoy are the process of creating the starship. Towards the back of the magazine is how we learn about who was involved in designing the ship, and obviously building iconic ships from the Star Trek universe. Additionally, concept artwork of the early ship designs is included. This is a big highlight of the collection, and something I kind of missed in previous years when we didn't have a collection. Okay, let's talk about pricing of the Star Trek diecast models. With the official announcement of the new Star Trek Starships model collection, one comment I constantly saw was the price. Yes, these models are expensive, especially when you compare them to the previous Starship collection. The Fanhome collection costs around £47 a model. It's £38 for the first month. It's quite on the expensive side, especially when money is tight around the world at the moment. While some might be quick to say the previous collection was cheaper, you would be correct. However, I think it's important to note that these models are bigger than the last one. My model of a lunar-class USS Titan measures around 14 centimeters. However, new models measure around 22 centimeters. That'll also be 27 to 30 centimeters for the XL versions, but I don't have one of those right now. However, it is important to note that each model will differ in size slightly. For example, the Sagan-class is 20 centimeters long and shorter than the Titan. I think the size difference does explain the cost. What might be annoying to the subscribers is that each XL size in particular will cost £71. That's a whopping £24 increase for a few extra centimeters. I think the collection is a letdown here a little bit, mainly as there appears to be no way to skip these XL ones. Look, I want them, but I can't imagine everyone wanting to spend an extra £24 every 4 issues. It is a little on the high side. Trekkies, there is one saving grace. You can buy some of the Star Trek Starship models individually. So if you only want, say, the Sagan-class, you can buy that without subscribing to the entire collection. You can choose to buy each individual starship for the retail price of £56, with XL editions priced at a whopping £83. This does not include the £4 for shipping. Now, individual models will come to Fanhome's online store around a month after the subscribers get their ship. So if the Titan's out in November, that means December, probably on the online store, give or take. I wouldn't be surprised if it was delayed and it'll be January. Should also say, I do believe in the small print it does say while stocks last. So if all the subscribers take the Titan-A, there may not be any left to go on the online store, so keep that in mind. I think also one other factor to go in the pricing is the fact, materials have increased over the last couple of years. It was cheaper to make something pre-COVID and easier to get it around the world than it is now post-COVID. It definitely knocked up the shipping stuff, and almost I think that was one of the many factors in what caused the downfall of the last model maker. So that's just something to keep in mind. Things have got expensive all around. It's not just models like this, it's everything we have in the world now, whether it be food. So when you think about the last model collection, you compare it to this one, there's obviously going to be a price increase, and I don't think it should be a massive surprise. As a diehard Star Trek Starships fan, I think the Star Trek diecast model from Fanhome are worth it. This is if you want the collection. However, I will say, the price of the XL versions of the models is a little bit steep and a bit off-putting. It's also a bit annoying that you can't opt out of the XL versions, which do increase your monthly subscription price for that model, so every 4 models. In the old days of Hero Collector's Star Trek Starships Collection, the XL line was an additional product line. Part of me wishes Fanhome had kind of stuck to that, and you could have just ran 2 collections just like that, or 1 later. You could easily do an XL Starships as special features that could be pre-ordered online outside of a main collection. Almost like a, sign up to pre-order this one and that's it, only those who pre-order it get it. I mean, I would certainly want the XL Enterprise F, that's just me. I think the size increase of models over the previous collection is lovely. For example, the entire collection looks like a grown-up version of what we had before. I'm a big fan of this, even if I run out of shelf space to store these models. Overall, I'm impressed with the models. The entire collection lineup looks good. However, I cannot wait to get my hands on a model of the Odyssey-class USS Enterprise F. We all know I love it. The ship from Star Trek Online and Picard is one of my favourite Star Trek starships, and I cannot wait to review that for you all, as it's going to be very, very cool. So stay tuned for that one. So that's my review of the first 2 models. As this collection goes on, we'll be spotlighting more ships. Fanhome are beaming down to New York Comic Con tomorrow, so be sure to check in with us on our social media for highlights from the show. If you want to keep up to date on the latest Star Trek news, lore, and more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button to never miss a video from the team here at Trek Central. You can also follow us on social media for daily updates on the Star Trek universe, or join our community Discord server. Come chat. For now, I've been Captain Jack, thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon. Live long and prosper, my friends. Goodbye.